Welcome, Snack Attackers! My name is Jason, and I have another potentially fantastic product to review for you guys today. But first, I want to remind you to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, all the fun YouTube stuff. Well, the mic must be in a weird place. Sorry. We have another interesting product to review today, in that it's another brand that we haven't had on the show. And recently, this has been a cool trend, in that it's been brands that normally don't release new flavors, or normally don't release new flavors that are interesting enough to get on the show, getting on the show. Now, this brand has existed for a while, and has created new flavors while we had the show, but they weren't anything like of interest. Well, this is definitely one of interest. This is Luigi's Gelato Italian Cannoli flavor. That's right, Luigi's Gelato is a brand, or I think they do things other than gelato. No, I think they only do gelato. Why do I have a fork? Because I'm using a fork instead of a spoon, because I'm all out of small spoons and I don't want to use a giant spoon, okay? I knew I'd have to say something, and the second I started gesturing with a fork, I knew someone might be like, why does he have a fork? Because you can use a fork for ice cream. It's not like soup, you know? It's still like mostly solid. Same with gelato. Anywho, this is Italian cannoli flavor. Now, I don't know if that means it's a mascarpone or the cheese that starts with an R that I can never remember. It just says cannoli base, so it's not gonna tell me. Ricotta, ricotta. I don't know. Cannolis. I haven't had very many cannolis. I've had a few, and I don't really like them. However, what is a gelato cannoli flavor gonna be? I don't know. But that's interesting. That's interesting. Now, gelato places, unlike a lot of ice cream places, tend to release interesting flavors. And I mean, like, actually going to gelato place. I've had olive oil gelato. I've had rose gelato. I've had mac and cheese flavored gelato. And these are all at gelato places. And I've had weirder things too. Ice cream places don't tend to have these weird, interesting flavors. I don't know if it's the process of making gelato makes it easier to experiment, or makes it easier to get other flavors in, or if dairy places, ice creameries, are just boring and lazy. I don't know. But Luigi's released this, a sweet churro, which I do have, and a mint chocolate chip, which is also new, but I didn't buy because I don't like mint chocolate chip. I know, flame me if you want. I know, bring out your little pitchforks. I've never liked it, and it just isn't gonna get reviewed by me. I know that I said that there are most products I buy regardless of if I think I'll like them or not, because what if it's a big surprise? But I draw the line sometimes, especially if, as I have this month, spend way too much money on products. One day, I might. Editor, I'm gonna float this idea to you privately, but also publicly. At the end of the year, adding up all the amount of money spent on all the products and being like, this is how much was spent this year. No, I think that would just make me sad. Never mind, don't do that, please. This was purchased at a Julasco for $3.99. I've never had Luigi's Gelato. I really haven't. I don't know what to expect. I don't know what texture. I know gelato tends to be a softer texture than ice cream. Oh, I was hoping it was going to be resealable. It's not. Interesting. Rich and creamy with mini chocolate chips. Don't know how I couldn't figure out how to open that real quick. Gosh, that doesn't smell like anything. Get a forkful. See, you can do it with a fork. See, like ice cream, you can do with a fork, seriously. Just not soup or cereal. Well, you can do some cereal. You won't get any milk, but or non-dairy milk if you're me. Is this dairy? Oh my god, it is, isn't it? I guess I gotta be careful. It's dairy, isn't it? Milk, yep. That's fine. I've been having ice creams on the show. It just means later today is not going to be wonderful, you know? 3, 2, 1, snack tech. I'm trying to figure out how I would explain how this tastes. Like a sweeter vanilla that has less vanilla. Does that make sense? You know how vanilla bean gets grittier and gets more intense in flavor? This is like if you had a vanilla ice cream that was creamier. It felt like it was higher end, but it also had ultimately less flavor. Doesn't really taste like a cannoli. It's inoffensive. It's sweet. But it doesn't really taste like a cannoli, and it doesn't really taste like much of anything. Now, not having had Luigi's base gelato, I can't compare this to their vanilla. So for me, this just tastes like a creamy, extra sweet vanilla ice cream. That's not bad, and it's gonna get a snack tag, yes. Out of 10, though, 6 out of 10. And that's because we're grading here on flavor and execution. I always say what we're grading it on. If it's execution, failed, or otherwise, or if it's flavor. Here we're doing the both. We're doing an aggregate of the two. And it doesn't taste like much of anything, except for like a sweeter, creamier vanilla. You know? I mean, that's not bad. Don't you get me wrong now.
Don't you get me wrong. Don't you get me wrong now. Don't you get me wrong. Don't you get me wrong.
Are we using that clip every time now? We are? Okay. Someone really loves Andrew Lloyd Webber. Now, that being said, it's just... Jenny's Ice Cream Everything Bagel exists. If I'm gonna get ice cream, it's gonna be that. It's always gonna be that now. I have to buy more pines before I forget, before they go away. Ugh, I need to remember this. But the question we ask around here is not, is this comparable to Luigi's Base Vanilla? Should I have gotten or tried Luigi's Base Vanilla first? Should I do some groundwork before I get to grading a product? No, shouldn't do that. It's would you buy it again? And absolutely not. Not only is Jenny's Everything Bagel Ice Cream on shelves right now and I love it, this just doesn't have much of a distinct flavor, so no reason to. But remember to check Instagram, TikTok, all the fun social media stuff, and I'll see you in the next one.